Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Skitty here, and I would like to tell you some pretty fun facts about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. There's some secrets and Easter eggs you might have missed at some point, or you simply just didn't take notice to, because some of these are little tiny details that you might not have noticed. So here are 5 fun secrets and Easter eggs in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So the first one is that the levels in the game actually have a secret word in them. So this happens in a lot of Kirby games, where the levels of the world map will end up spelling a secret word for you to find out. And this is still true with Forgotten Land. And they actually spell New World, which is pretty cool in my opinion, because we have Natural Plains, Everbay Coast, Wendaria Remains, Winter Horns, Original Wasteland, Redguard Forbidden Lands, and then Lab Discovera. Now, for Worlds 1 through 6, it's just the first letter of the first word. And then for Lab Discovera, it's both the first letter in Lab and the first letter in Discovera. So it spells New World. It's pretty cool, and longtime Kirby fans will probably have already looked for this on their first playthrough because it's a recurring theme in the games. Number 2 is actually a cool secret with the hammer copy ability. So I'm sure all of you know how powerful hammer can be, especially with bosses. And it's mostly that up B hammer flip, right? Well, I guess it was up B in the other games, but in this game it's just hold B. So you can charge up your hammer about 3 times, right? And it will light on fire. Now while your hammer's on fire, you can hit it and it will do a really big amount of damage to basically any boss. However, there is a cool little secret that you might not have known about. If you keep it held for way too long, what will happen is that the hammer will actually burn up and you're just left with flaming sticks in your hand. Kirby's hammer will just turn into a stick. It still does damage, it's just not the same as, you know, the normal hold B. But I think that's pretty cool that they just kind of burn up, because that's a really good attention to detail. Speaking of fire, here we have number 3, which is actually that you can light the fireplace in Kirby's house. When you unlock Kirby's house, he's got his fireplace, his bed, and some pictures. And in the fireplace, you can actually light it on fire and get a couple of coins from it. So if you have the fire ability, or if you have the hammer when charging it and having that little flame that I was just talking about, then you can actually put the fireplace on fire and it'll give you a little coin. It's a quick way to get some money, and it's honestly pretty cute, especially if you bring your friends over and just sit by the fireplace. Number 4 is another recurring thing in Kirby games, which is Hal Rooms. And I bet most of you knew that there actually is a Hal Room in this game. However, there's 3 of them. And not many would have actually known that, because I only thought that there was 2 Hal Rooms when I first played, but there's actually 3. I won't go into too much detail on how to get to them, but one of them is in one of the first levels in Natural Plains. The other one is a lot more obscure to get, especially on like a casual playthrough. You'd probably have to look it up, because you have to actually go on one of the car races and finish it in exactly 86 seconds. Well, not exactly 86, but on the 86-second mark. And there's also one in one of the factory levels in the World 6. Now number 5 is actually something cool that happens in the Meta Knight fight. When you finish the Meta Knight Cup for the first time, you can get the Meta Knight Sword blueprint and, well, do this. However, many people didn't know that you can actually take this sword in the middle of the fight. So if you clash each other's swords and he gets knocked back by you, you can actually take his sword. And what he'll end up doing is taking out this old sword that he used to use in Kirby's Adventure before Galaxia and such. And I think it's pretty cool. I don't think anyone really expected that to happen, but honestly, I was really excited when I saw it. Like, that's super cool. Now, I do have one last thing I want to share. However, it is very, very spoiler heavy for the end of the game, the end of the post game. So, if you would like to avoid spoilers, go ahead and click ahead after this one. Also, I just want to say, make sure to like and subscribe because I will actually make more content like this. In the final fight between Chaos Elphalus and in his final phase, he actually turns into a ball of fire and goes above the stage, breaks rocks, everything goes crazy. And old-time Kirby fans would have known of this too, but this is actually a callback to all of the other Kirby soul bosses. There are many attacks shared through other Kirby final bosses in their soul form, and this is honestly just really an incarnation of all of those. I mean, a lot of the soul bosses turn into like fire, have those little like cutter thingy attacks. I just found it really cool that they did all these callbacks in this fight because it took me quite a while to get it since I didn't have the Morpho Knight sword upgraded yet. So it was pretty cool to be able to see all this stuff. So that's about everything I needed to say for Easter eggs and secrets in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below which one was your favorite Easter egg. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.